Selling your art feels like a dream, right? You make cool stuff, people buy it, and you live happily ever after. Except, nope. If you've ever thought, why isn't my art freaking selling, then stick around because we're about to go deep into the mistakes artists make, myself included, and how to fix them. Here's what you can expect in this video. We're talking about why consistency is pretty much just the bare minimum and why starting over on a new platform won't necessarily save you if the algorithm you think is mad at you. Why quitting your day job after one viral post is the equivalent of throwing your wallet into a bonfire. Now, keep in mind, I've made these mistakes too, okay? I'm not saying this from some business guru mountaintop. I'm saying this from experience. You don't have to learn them the hard way like I did. We've all heard this before. Consistency is key. You don't get to just show up when you feel like it. It's like expecting a coffee shop to always be open when the owner wakes up in a good mood. Ugh. The only reason I've ever been able to stay consistent in the 12 years being a full-time artist is because I still enjoy what I do. The biggest mistakes I've personally made is when I'm hyper-focused on that one thing and I'm constantly thinking, this is my entire personality. I'm brand new now. Spoiler alert, I did get burnt out. I crashed. Like doing that thing full-time. Now, an example of a bad consistency strategy, people say, I'm going to post when I feel inspired. Okay, so that's once every 3 months. Art businesses grow when people expect to see your work regularly. If they forget about you, you're done. I guess the takeaway here is pick something you actually enjoy making and stick with it for however long it's interesting to you. And if you're overwhelmed by the marketing part, go back to your art first. That's your foundation. Stop worrying what everyone else and their mom is doing, and I mean that quite literally. Stop comparing yourself to other artists and what consistency looks like for them. If you don't want to talk directly to the camera, you don't have to. Do you want to just do carousel posts and post the final images of your art? Sure, go for it. Consistency looks like what you enjoy, and if the content you're creating you're not enjoying, that's your problem, and you picked a stinker. Now you just need to be able to pivot to something that's actually exciting for you. There are no rules when it comes to content. It's just comes down to the basics. Are you fun to watch? Isn't that the whole reason we're on our phones in the first place? Is to get distracted and get a giggle maybe once in a while? Please, it's so dark out right now. And I don't mean that literally. Now let's talk about the platform whiners. The main complaint I see is Instagram is killing my reach. Maybe I should just start over on a new platform. Here's a reality check. Switching platform doesn't magically make your content better. You're just making your life harder by starting at zero. This is a common mistake though. The hardest part of growing is getting that first 100 followers. So why would you do that to yourself again? Now, the one exception here is if your account is legitimately shadow banned or has multiple strikes, then starting over might make sense. But you can check your account status before panicking. So please, instead of blaming the platform, start posting consistently and engage with your audience, ask them questions, get feedback on your art. That's how you fix your reach. Now, let's talk about the people who only want to make art. It's valid. It's valid. I just want to make art all day too and have money magically pour into my account, but that's not how it works. That feeling is totally valid and it's cool if you only want to make art. If marketing and selling stress you out, don't do it. But that also means you don't get to complain about how low your sales are. Did the Michelangelo just casually wake up one day and thought, you know what? I'm going to spend 4 years painting this ceiling, just for fun. No, my dude had a contract. That shit was paid for. And I know we have to do quite a lot of back and forth on social media to figure out what kind of content works and what doesn't work. And I think it's totally fine if you want to do a bunch of different kinds of what I like to call low effort content. Maybe it's just you talking directly to the camera. Maybe it's you just showing a couple of the most satisfying clips of your process since time lapses are so fucking dead. Whatever it is, it's not that your content is bad. It's that you haven't figured out content that brings you joy yet. Because if it brings you joy and it makes you laugh or it makes you cry or it makes you feel sensitive or it makes you feel any type of way, then that's how you know that your content has some storytelling in it and you're on your way to getting a lot of views. And if you're still thinking marketing's super overwhelming, just pick one thing to do per week. Post it on Instagram, whether that's writing a newsletter, talk about your work, or if you can, just pay someone else to do it for you. You'd be surprised how affordable social media managers are these days. Now, if you want your art to be your business, you have to treat it like one. You can't just wish for sales, you have to put in the work. You gotta work, bitch. You gotta work, bitch. I know you know that, but at least if we could sing it like Britney Spears, it seems less cringe to me. All right, now let's talk about people who hate change. Artist versus social media. Artists love evolving their style, but if Instagram moves one button, it's a freaking crisis. So you can change, but the platform can't. Because complaining about social media updates is like yelling at Photoshop because they moved the toolbar. Like, I get it, it's annoying, but it's not the end of the world. You're super smart, you can figure this out. And also, you don't fucking own Instagram, okay? Or TikTok, or any of these platforms. They're tools, not guaranteed visibility machines. We have to adapt or we have to outsource, but don't waste energy screaming into the void about something that you can't control. Don't forget, Instagram can just delete your account if they want to, because you're not going to get a hold of their customer support, even if you're verified and you pay for it. I hate this world. So that's why it's more important than ever to actually start building a newsletter, and we're going to make a video all about this to set you up, because that's a platform you can control. Here's why I don't want you quitting your day job just yet. Let's talk about fantasy versus reality here for a second. You get one viral post, and suddenly you think, this is it. Time to quit my job. And then the next day, crickets. I've been there. Early in my career, I had a viral moment and thought, I'm set for life. And then I realized, wait, likes, shares, comments don't equal paying customers. My bank account was exactly the same. So why did I think I had the audacity to quit my job and do this full time, right? So ask yourself, do I make enough consistent livable income right now? If your income isn't reliable, you're gambling, not running a business. So the key takeaway here is build your art biz while you have a stable job. Don't rely on a fluke viral moment to carry you. Now, circling back to email lists, just real quick, just a reminder, social media is borrowed land. You don't own it. You remember MySpace. Yeah. Neither does your audience. The simple fix, start collecting emails now. Even if it's just 10 people, your email list is yours forever. Having an email list means your audience won't disappear when the algorithm decides to screw you over. I've had so many times where, like, the day I had a huge launch, wouldn't you know Instagram was down? That happened to me twice. And it's so easy to build a newsletter. You just need to start collecting emails just to get started, but we can do things like in a future video, we're going to talk about how to create a welcome series, how to have a freebie that people actually are excited to sign up for. So it's not just, hey, you want 10% off in your first order? Because that's lame and it's basic and you're better than that. You're better than that. Dean, I thought you said you were going to give us some tips to help us sell our art. These are the tips, guys. If you leave your day job too soon to actually go for your dream job, which is working for yourself, you're going to burn out and who knows how long it might take you to actually go back to doing what you love, which is art. You might just ruin it for yourself. And that's huge. If you're the kind of person that doesn't have the patience to figure out an algorithm or to see how to interpret the latest version of analytics, if you don't have that kind of mindset for business and you don't feel super confident that you have the ability to learn that kind of stuff, which is fine, you need to hire someone. Stop trying to be something that you're not. You're the artist. And if all this marketing stuff is really fucking hard, it might be time to get a business partner. Or ask one of your friends for help. And it's okay. You don't have to do this by yourself if you don't want to. Because I get it. I just want to be able to make art all day too. And I think it's important that we always do 80% of the kind of work that we spend on our business is doing the art part. That's the whole point of this entire thing. And so only 20% is marketing. And that statistic, that percentage just makes me feel like I'm on the right track, you know? So if you notice that you're spending more time on your marketing than you're making, that might be the problem right there. And oh my God, I need you to seriously, anytime there's an account that comes on your For You page or your Explore page that makes you feel bad about yourself. And I know it sucks. I want to be a feminist too and be happy for every successful woman who comes on my fucking phone. But oh, the jealousy, it gets me. And I'm always like, oh, is it because I'm not pretty enough? Is it because I don't have the most beautiful studio? Is it because I don't have enough money? It's always because I don't have enough money. It's because of money. And it makes you feel bad. And why are you participating and actively letting yourself feel bad so often? You know you get to choose who you get to follow, right? Right? That's why you should just follow me. And I also have recently made an artisan workbook planner that can help you plan out your entire strategy. It helps you figure out your revenue streams. It helps you batch your content so you're not panic posting every week, and so much more. And it is on sale. It used to be $100. Now it's only $35. I think that's pretty good. You should grab it. It's like 80 pages. Is that too much? Nah, you're gonna like it. You like to plan, and I love to plan. So I think we're gonna be good together. Hit subscribe. We're gonna be doing this again.